dog. Hello, Americans. And other friends and subscribers around the world. Look here, man. I gotta watch this thing. Get back. Alright, let's try this again. Of course, now you're crooked. But of course I get thing, do greeting, and then I realize the battery's dead, or going dead. So anyway, this morning, I've been sitting out here around the fire, letting it peter out. It's supposed to be hot today, but today's the day after my grandma's funeral. So I've been just out here since before the sun came up, and listening to the roosters come alive, but now listening to the birds and the squealing dog over here. Now traffic noise. But dude, when the sun's coming up, it's very peaceful around here. About time to call it and go do something, I reckon. But it was man, I know yesterday I scheduled a video and stuff, and I didn't do any comments or anything like that. I haven't even got a chance to look at them or whatever. We had to trek on down for Granny's funeral, and we actually got up at 3:30 in the morning and left here, I think at 4:30 in the morning, and got down there, and her services and stuff was at 10, and it was nice, man. My aunt she did great. She did great. One of the things, she was talking to me about it, I don't know, a week ago or something like that, is it's just greed, man. But to put the obituary in the Idaho Statesman, the obituary, didn't they used to be free? But to put Grandma's obituary in the Idaho Statesman was $865. She didn't do it. I wouldn't have done it either. $865. Man, if that ain't preying on the families and stuff, dude. Not counting what they charge you at the, for, get all into it, but the mortuary and the, oh, Lord. Greed. But anyway, I don't know how I got off on that. I'm just sitting here. I've been pondering so many things this morning. But it was nice with I don't know how many folks were there, but it was small, man. It was small and peaceful and nice. And then I didn't see it, but the first, they played an opening song at the first, and I guess there was a butterfly. I didn't see it flying around Grandma's coffin when the first song was playing. So that was pretty neat. But when the service was going on, and he was talking and stuff, man, I look up and there's a hawk circling. Man, nudge and point up there with the kids and stuff, man. That was pretty neat. But yeah, I can't, man. I just can't believe Grandma's gone. It just wow. That was one. She's a great woman. She was the greatest. Anyway, man, this morning I was going to show you this. Okay, I think I got rid of the cigar. I just set it right down there. But when I was a kid, my whole life, this old shotgun, I don't know if it's not all in frame, but this old shotgun hung on Grandpa's wall, Grandma and Grandpa's wall, my whole life. See, man, steel plate, you know. And I swore, well, I know what Grandpa told me, man. He told me, you know, when I was little, because I always point up, man, because it was always above the mantle, above the fireplace, man. It always hung there my whole life. And, you know, man, of course, I was just, you know, that was the gun. And Grandpa Ken always told me, man, that'll knock you on your butt. You know? And so my whole life, and I swear that he said it was an old 10 gauge. And, but this thing hung up there my whole life. You know, nobody, Uncle Bill's actually the one that took it down, and it'd been hanging up there, man. The last hands to touch it and put it up there was Grandpa Kent's. So that's pretty cool. Man, I wouldn't, if it wasn't me that took it down, I wouldn't want anybody but Uncle Bill to take it down, man, because it's been hanging there a long time. So anyway, this, you know, so Grandpa, you know, it supposedly, if I remember right, he told me it knocked him on his butt when he was a kid, and then knocked me on my butt. And, you know, my whole life, I was like, wow, you know, and thought it must be a 10 gauge. And so anyway, so it's hanging on the wall, and Bill gets it down, and all I've ever seen was this side. You know, that's it, man. It's hung up on the mantle my whole life. And then after they pulled it down, look at the side, the stock right there. And I don't know, man, and Grandpa's gone, and Grandma's gone, and nobody left to tell me the story of how that, I mean, it was broke off a long time ago. You can just see the age. And I wonder if it got broke when it knocked Grandpa on his butt. And I can't remember the whole story. If my Grandma Bertha, my great-grandma, had it, or I do not know the whole story of that. I can't remember, you know, the whole story. So anyway, so I'm in there, man, and I'm looking at it. The rest of it, I gotta clean it and everything. Just got it. But I'm like, wow, man, that looks like a 12 gauge. You know, what's a 10 gauge and a 12 gauge, man, that's pretty close difference. And I don't have any, you know, 10 gauge. How many 10 gauge shells you got laying around, man? I ain't got none. So I got an old buddy up here that he's probably got some, man. He sells a lot of guns and ammo and stuff. So I'm going to get a 10 gauge to see if it fits in there. But I put a 12 gauge, and, man, it rings up and everything in there just dandy. So this might actually, this old, and Grandpa, the goose gun, man. He always told me that was his goose hunting gun. But I'm going to shoot it. Once I figure out for sure that it's a 12 gauge, not a 10 gauge. This thing's actually newer than my old single shot that I use all the time. Man, because I think that one's 1896 or something that I hunt with. You've seen me hunt with it. And then there's oh, I do have my glasses. No names at all. No names, no patents, no nothing on this. All it says is Fremont Arms. That's the only thing it says on it. No, well, there is something that says, oh, no. Wow, I didn't even think it had any kind of a serial number, but I actually see a number right there. I'll have to clean that up, too. I don't know if you can see it, but you probably can see it. But, man, Grandma, when we were, not too long ago, man, probably, I don't know, my mom must have still been alive, so it might have been 3 or 4 years ago. she, you know what, I hate, man, I don't want to talk about that kind of stuff. But she's all, well, there's anything you want, honey. There's anything you want. You just tell me, because I'll put your name on it. And she's all, you tell them kids, you tell the grandkids that too. And so I told her, you know, when she said that, I said, well, Grandma, I'd like to have that old shotgun that, you know, hangs above the mantle down there. And so she said, okay, you can have that. And then Kevin D wanted a picture of, which would have been, it's Grandma Joe, Grandpa Stone's his name is, it was my grandma's dad, so it would have been Kevin D's great grandpa. And there's a picture of him, and because he, man, was a farmer, you know, and a picture of him that I got that standing in front of a tractor, you know, a hay tractor. And the one thing that's really cool about that, the picture, is, you know, Sue got the picture to us and everything. And one really cool thing about the picture is on the back it says, I can't remember exactly. This is Kevin D's or Kevin D's. Kevin D wants this or something like that. It says, she wrote it on the back of that, man. So that's pretty darn neat. But there's no tag or nothing on this. And then my aunt, I said, did Grandma say, you know, because Sue, as soon as, you know, when she was working on clearing out Grandma's stuff, man, I guess Grandma didn't say nothing to her, but she's all, Kevin's going to want that. So she had Bill pull this down for me, you know, before she even knew Grandma had said. So thank you very much, Susie. And, yeah, so this is pretty much it, man. Just thought I'd tell you a little story on that, you know, and then I got a few other things that she sent up here that we got to go through, man. I'll show you some of it probably later. But this old shotgun is this old shotgun. Then I got one other thing that I'll show you later that I got that, and I'm pretty dang happy. It's funny, man. On this side, just the you know, and it was down they're downstairs, down the den or whatever you want to call it, and just I guess, you know, even hanging up there on brick, there's surface rust, you know, on there where it was touching the wall, just from all them years of hanging up there. I'm sure Granny got up there and dusted it. she was a dusting fool back in her day. That was Grandma's house, man. It was always, man, I swear that woman must have just carried a duster in the back pocket. You know, when I was little, man, Grandma's house was always just, man, clean. But I'm pretty darn happy to have that. I'll treasure it forever and pass it on down to my grandkids. I'd keep it, but I might, well, I probably won't mind. I probably will. I'm gonna shoot it, I'm telling you. Yeah, I ain't into just wall hangers. I got an old double barrel. It's an old wall hanger, but man, I want to hang it. It's definitely going to be hung on my wall, but I want to check it, make sure it shoots and everything like that, man. And figure out if it's I'm pretty sure it's a 12 gauge, not a 10 gauge. All them stories. I sure would like to know the story how that thing got broke. That's all I got for you today. Today I'm going to we got to get ready for that auction, man. The link's down below to the Whatnot auction. I put the link down below so you can go over there and see some of the stuff. I think we have 140 items or something. We're shooting for the 200, and the auction is Monday at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. So you can go over there and watch the live auction. Then we're going to start doing them depending on how. We'll do a few Mondays and see how they go, but I think that's our new time. But the sun's right behind you, man. It's supposed to be, it was 98 degrees. 98 degrees here, man, when we got home from Grandma's funeral. You know, we did the journey down there and then took off pretty quick after, and that I can't remember what time we got home back here, 1:30 or 2 or something like that. And man, it was so hot in the cabin and the cook shack, and man, all my dogs, and I had to let the chickens out, but the dogs and the rabbits, I had them all shut up, man. So it was pretty dang toasty yesterday. But so anyway, man, so yeah, keep trudging along in this crazy world. Y'all be careful out there, man, because we won't get into that this video, but man, it's a crazy world. I already miss, you know, because 3 weeks today since Grandma passed away. 3 weeks today. So that, you know, I always called her on Sundays. And thank God that, you know, that week that she passed, man, I actually called her on Wednesday and she passed on Saturday. So that was, I'm glad I called early. That was because I was calling her because we wouldn't be around on Mother's Day, so I wanted to call before. And she didn't even make it to Mother's Day. Anyway, man, that's all I got for you today. Y'all be careful out there. Yeah. Good Lord willing, them creeks don't rise. We'll be back again tomorrow. See ya.